Good evening to everyone. I'm very happy to see you again. That's the last one for October. Maybe we have
Mhm.
some more chat in the future, and today I try to give you an overview how you can start studying, how you can improve, how you can find information and advice. And of course, we are available, myself, but especially ElectroCulture GB, Francesco, Andy, and Charlotte, they are available for supporting you, evaluation, studies, or projects, education. So again, we prefer to turn off the camera because I'm in the mountain, very limited uh, network, and shut down the microphone that has been already closed. We keep at the end question and answer. And thank you again for joining. And start from the reason why we can improve the cultivation. So number one, the production it's really increasing. We had experience from 30 to 300% improvement. Even in these days, I don't know, Francesco, if you've seen, we are sharing internal results in the academy. We have incredible achievement with the route of light, the Steiner route. We have been able to make comparison with the control and our application 5 times more, so 500% increase in the route of light. It is a superfood, and it's incredible. Then we can reduce all the treatment till zero in few years because the conversion of the soil, the energetic parts, will have to convert very shortly regeneration of soil in 3 to 5 years. And we can stop to fertilize when we have worked well in the beginning with the startup, like the first 3 years, very, very crucial to add the rocks and microorganisms and to create the auto self-sufficient soil. And finally, one of my favorite effect is the increasing of nutrition factor because we work so well with the soil, with the energy, with the plants, the seeds, the water, the environment, the human interaction, that all the food increase in very important rate, all the nutrition factor. So flowers are more powerful, more perfumes, fruits as well, more vitamins, minerals, etc. And this is very important because the majority of the food that is available now on the market, it's poor. It's poor in terms of energy. It's poor in terms of minerals, antioxidant, vitamins, and it's so important to have this superfood for our health. So let's move on, okay? And let's say to recap a little bit, we have more than 50 approaches. So some of these are very simple, like spirals. Spirals are like antenna, very easy. You can try in a pot, you can try next to a plant, or you can make even build antennas with the spirals. Then Lakosky rings or Lakosky coils are super easy as well.
Let me see.
They can be applied. Yeah, just a second. I need to put in mute. Who is okay here? So Lakosky coil, very simple again. You can put around the plants, in the bottom of the hole of the plants, in a trunk, or in a branches, or like we can use it for animals, we can use it for human, like bracelets, or even collier if you use it your neck. Then we have copper pyramids. These are so powerful tools that you can apply. You can energize your seed, you can energize your sprout, It's very interesting to make sprouts under the pyramid and heating the soya bean sprouts or the beans or whatever you like. And, and this is increasing a lot the germinability, the resistance of the plants, and increasing the flavors, the taste. So I super suggest to use it not only in the plot, not only when you plant your seeds, but even for house food production, like microgreens are very powerful for this application. And then you can apply essential oil, back flowers, homeopathic remedies, water. You can charge all these things inside. Geotherapy, it's the application of rocks, okay, special rocks, in particular, let's say paramagnetic rock like basalt, granite, dolomite, and the combination of rocks like quartz, dolomite, and basalt are a very good mix, and you can use it for starting seed, like in the nursery, or to propagate new plants from cutting, and that would be very helpful. Then we have magnetic antenna or batteries, lighting rods or sky antennas, telluric fertilizer, MNIR, that are a little bit more and more, let's say, advanced like technology. So my suggestion is to start simple. So now to give a face to this device, starting from top left, we have the three scale antenna, and you see spirals, some coppers, copper pipes, magnets, iron, and this is a device we can put on top of a pole, like we will see later on. Then we have these cones shape that are used to create a perfect spiral in sacred geometry pattern. But there are also other technique. You can easily take a piece of wood like this, put a screw in the middle, create a round with the aluminum or copper, and then you extrude and you create a spiral. So this device is very simple. It's easy, or you can do it another way. There are always multiple solutions. Then we have pyramids. These special pyramids are made in brass and or bronze or copper. These are especially made in bronze and brass because they can ring like a bell. It emits sounds that is healing sounds. It can change the flavors of the wine, of the beer in 30 seconds. Usually we do showcase when we do the testing. Then we have on the right here, we have the Lakosky coil and Lakosky bracelet. Below, we have the towers, power towers, menhirs, could be small, like 1 meter or even 30, 40 centimeter like this, or very big. If you have a big farm, we install also 2 meter and 50, 3 meters towers. Pyramid can be any size, okay, especially for agriculture, human. I prefer copper pyramid with pipe. And with this kit, we can make any size to energize seeds, water, potatoes, even food, preserve food, energize even people or animals. And this is the top, let's say, bottom left is the crocodile. It's a telluric fertilizer according to Christoph Law patents. It's a replica we made, and it's very powerful device underground. So I've imagined different scenario. Let's say you are a private person, you want to make some experiment, or you are a private, you have a garden, you have a little orchard, you want to make some experiment again, or you are a farmer, agritourism, or holistic center. So I will try to address all this kind of situation, or even if you are curious, I have a lot of people are coming in my courses, workshop, even if they don't have any farming. They are very interested in what we do because this is applicable for a different subject, not only for the agriculture. So I try to give you advice. And again, I suggest you start small. You start to do small tests, like I was showcasing in the previous meeting, like the lady from Switzerland, Aurelia, was doing tests with pyramids. So you can energize seeds with copper pyramid. You can combine also pyramid with Lakowski coil, spirals, geotherapy. You can combine all this technique, or you can go separately. You can go one by one, and these four are very easy, very simple. And so my suggestion is to start from the basic and start with seeds, plants, root, or even cuttings to create propagation very fast. Then we move the bar a little bit higher. You can try to understand the antenna mechanism and the telluric fertilizer. Finally, water and soil are very, very important. So we can work to energize the water, to clean the water, to purify the water, but bringing energetic information for life, and the same for soil. So again, these are very big topics, but it's important to keep in mind. For sure, you can, like you will see, you can find a lot of free stuff. I guide you through, but I suggest you invest something in training, education, understanding. I will show you in a minute all the free stuff because I've made a lot of free documents, and then we would like to bring more education in your country. So ask ElectroCulture GB some program. Maybe later Francesco and he would share some ideas and what is in the plan. We can do online meeting like tonight. Probably I can do again something with the new year. Okay, or we can mix all the things. Of course, if you are a farmer or you have a land, you have a plot, I suggest we start chatting and we start with the analysis because it's very important to understand immediately, take a picture of the situation and start with the right approach since the beginning. So start small, pyramids, rings, spirals, geotherapy. This is the basic, okay? And you find a lot of information in the website. All the ebooks with cost equal to zero Switzerland francs. It's very easy. You go in the website, you put in the chart, you put over there, and you make. It's not a purchase; it's a free download. Then we have a lot of podcasts. Okay, there are 84 podcasts available, probably in English, maybe 30, 40. And then there are video, and now I will go through the website and the YouTube channels and the podcast, so everybody is able to find the things. Would be very easy to understand. Of course, ElectroCulture GB is growing. This is the new work in progress website, and we are putting all the energies to expand the knowledge, to give you more stuff. So keep patience, but thank you, Charlotte, Andy, and Francesco, because in a short time we are really sharing a lot. We are really helping people and selecting also the right approach and right projects. to create a real showcase. Again, so let's see the free ebook. Okay, free ebook are available in the website elettrocultura.ch. Okay, that stands for Switzerland, Confederazione Helvetica. And you go there and you go in the ebook. It's very simple. You go in the ebook, everything available with zero. You see the price is zero. I suggest you add in the chart. Add in the chart. There are, of course, things that you can pay, you can buy if you want, but start with what is free now. Start with what is free to understand the subject, to enter inside the subject. And then, of course, if you are curious, you want to know more, you can buy. We are happy. This will support our research, development, and the ability to create more contents. For the podcast, there is a website that is called Podomatic, podomatic.com/podcast/ Andrea Donnelly. Okay. At the end of this webinar, I will send a follow-up email with all the links that I'm mentioning. So you just click on the follow-up email or you take a notes now. You can go in the Podomatic podcast. And again, there are 84 episodes. Of course, there are many in Italian and do have in English and in German or in English only. So you have to look at the title, like this is intervista, this is Italian. If it is written interview, it's English. And many cases you have English and so on. All the podcasts are mirrored in exactly the same in YouTube. So if you go in my channel in YouTube, that is Andrea Donnelly, it's very easy to find also the the podcast. And there are many, and you can start with the basic stuff. There are very interesting topics if you like to listen when you drive or you are making your stuff. It's good to listen, to learn. There are interviews with American people, with English people. So you can find a lot of interesting um, podcasts, probably many, many hours. And with the time, we'll expand for sure the the collection because all the video, even now we are recording, will be automatically a podcast generated, and you can listen. So again, the YouTube channel, it's very powerful. I mean, I created a playlist. I suggest you go in the playlist area. Okay, when you enter my YouTube channel, you can subscribe. Of course, I thank you for subscription in advance, and then you go in the playlist. Playlist is in Italian and in English. So, and multi-wave oscillator, Lakowski, English. Okay, there is a certain number of video. There are 26 video. Electromyopathy, Count Cesare Mattei, 11 video. Elettropatia, this is Italian. So if you want to learn Italian, you can start. Elettrocultura, Alana Moore, special video is Italian and English. You can start, see also the interview I made with Alana. We have a very nice cooperation. Alana, she will come again in visiting you, and it's planned already a workshop. It's very interesting. You find the podcast, you find Pyramid. There is a vertical collection of video on Pyramid, and from time to time I update what I found around. It will be added there. Pyramid in Italian, the magic rocks tutorial, etc., etc. So go in straight to the playlist, go to the vertical in English, and you will find a lot of interesting stuff. So the topic are Lana Moore, pyramid, water. There's a section only on water, water in English, 13 video. Okay, we'll improve for sure, but you can start. There are hours of video available already. And of course, we have products. So you can make it if you are able, you can make your own or you can buy. We are always open to give you multiple choice. Of course, if you buy, it's already done, and not everybody is able to make everything. And we supply instruction, we supply also all the education part, how to use it, and we try to expand always our support. We have a starter kit for entry level, horticulture, antennas, pyramid, etc., etc. We have a range of stuff. If you want to make an inquiry, just write. And we are always available also to qualify projects or to arrange a discussion or trip to Italy because we want to share what's going on here. We want to showcase real customer, and we want even to arrange tasting of food that is made with this incredible technique because we need to feel it. We need to understand it, and the best way is to use our sense. Of course, if you make a purchase through the website electro-cultura.com, please use in the note ElectroCultureGB, okay? Because in this way I can grant a bonus that would be education or some gadget, something. I will do some special gift, and we need to track if you make. But the priority is to try to work with local people. I don't like to deliver continuously, so try to work first of all with Francesco, Andy, Charlotte. But in case there are some products maybe available only in Italy, it's okay, and we track it and we manage. So we have a full range of pyramid. You can have a look. We have full range of rings, and again, all these products are available as well in UK. Or if they are not available, we can supply. And the cones, the wires to make the spiral, the rocks are available in UK. So I don't want to deliver any rocks. I'm really only what is needed essentially, but we have identified the right supplier with the right paramagnetism and chemical and the right physical solution. So work locally. Oh, and the kit is the same. We have a Beehive kit or starter kit. And again, work locally, first of all. If Francesco is out of stock, we find a solution through Italy. I'm the backup in case. For antenna, we have also do it yourself. If you like, you can take the solution, mounting with the instruction by your own. It's very easy. Maybe at the beginning, it's better if you have a sharing with us because there are some details that are important. We do workshop to explain everything in details. So in any case, thank you if you support us because we invest continuously in research, development. We invest in knowledge sharing. And thanks to customer, we can learn, we can expand even the contents. And I'm really counting of Electroculture GB to expand the knowledge because just to give you some information, we have more than 560 hours of education in our platform in Italian. And in English, maybe it's 20 hours. So Francesco, Andy, Charlotte, we have a big challenge for expanding this education. And this series of Zoom are the first milestone. I'm happy to expand the knowledge also through the education online. This is a interesting approach of the technology. We can do remote project, we can do remote education, arrange visit in Italy, arrange workshop in London or in UK. So we can combine to grow the level of knowledge for all the people that are interested. Again, we have a wide experience, 1,290 private projects like garden, little orchard, little um, bioenergetics garden, little therapy garden. We do a lot of things, not only horticulture or agriculture. More than 550 farmers, and for a total of 5,500 hectares. And we have 12 years of experience. And like you see, more than 2,650 people educated online. That's an opportunity that we can evaluate. Again, what is energetic farming from my point of view and what we teach is touching multiple disciplines, touching the integration of different technique. So we have electroculture, we have energetic agriculture, permaculture, biodynamics, regeneration, and we combine geobiology. We use radiesthesia for investigation, and we try to develop also human capacity, human ability, talents is very important for us. The human is making half of the results, so we need to be conscious of the power we have in our hands, but the technique is allowing us to interact with nature very easily. Especially when we work with nature, we have incredible results. We don't have to work against, but we need to observe, mimic, and work for a better environment, for a better food, a better water, a better climate. And this is the scope of the ambition we have to create incredible energetic island for human development, but even for plants and animals, all the living beings. And then we can integrate multiple approach, and it's easy to evaluate the benefits after a few months. You can see for certain experiment in house, even after weeks or days, you see immediately the big difference. With a big variety of experience and projects, we can deliver a lot of multiple stuff like cereals, vegetables, wine, oil, fruits, livestock, horses, and even funny things like I was sharing hair dryer uh, or holistic center, bioenergetic landscapes, forest therapy. We do really always very interesting projects. In my journey, I translated many books from Alana. I wrote my books. I'm in a process to write a couple of new books. So probably they will come in English for sure. So the first one I wrote was Brevetti di Elettrocultura, available in English as well. ElectroCulture Patents. It's a book describing the history of Christoph Law, the father of electroculture, and the 16 patents that he has in his life created. So I comment, I replicated all, I test it, and it works. And what we do today is based for the majority of the electroculture parts on the Christoph Law, uh, let's say, memories. And thank you to Christoph Law, we can replicate and make wonderful food. So again, this approach is not enough, maybe. You can combine online, on premise, we can have customized also consultancy. ElectroCulture GB is the first line. So first of all, engage with Francesco, Charlotte, Andy, please. They are the reference in the country. And then I can jump on board if it is needed. I'm the second line. We have some picture of our academy. That's academy in Italy. Now 3 years with a good, very good team. They are super wonderful people. We have chefs, we have farmers, we have sensitive people, holistic people, healers, and people that loves nature, people that are very good in using metals, working with metals, working with wood, artists. We have a lot of biodiversity, like I say. And our approach is very professional for every topic. We have examination, we have test, we have diploma. Maybe in the future that could be replicated for English as well. Could be very interesting to make the same in your country or for English people. Not only agriculture, we are checking also the health of the houses. And it's very popular now. We need to control electrosmog. We need to control radon gas presence. We need to control air quality, whatever is geopathic stress, and we can apply technique to create very good, safe environment in your house and protect you, keep you safer, drinking right water, etc. So it's not only outside, but even inside. Very important to live in a good place. So you find in terms of education at the moment, in English, we have only a couple of area that have been developed. It is mainly electroculture. All the other topic like geobiology, radiesthesia, free energy, it's only available in Italian. So you can learn Italian or the guys from ElectroCulture GB would help me to train and to create new content on this topic if it is required. That's ambitious, but I'm available to do it. So what is now possible to learn is a basic course that is 8 hours. It's in English, and you have a lot of digital docs. So you have a lot of things to read if you like it. The majority are in English, probably 50%. And you have 8 hours to learn the basic, all the device, how to use it, what is the sacred geometry, the water, electroculture basic stuff, and crystal flow history devices, how to use it, how to make it, how to apply it. Then we have an advanced course that we call practice. It's another 8 hours available on digital docs. It's in English and German. It's double language because it was done with my partner that is looking after Germany, Switzerland, and Austria, Peter. And this is another good value of packages. You can find it on the website. And if you want to learn online, this is a good way. There are many ways. This is one, especially when you place, again, if you place an order, put in the note ElectroCulture GB because I want to give you some extra education bonus, and that is tracking also the activity we are working in UK together. And then there are some tutorial. Okay, I've made in English as well. So again, if you want to learn online, you can take your time. It's over there, up to you. You see the video, you see the docs, and you can learn how to make it, how to install it. You can do the same with the power tower or the crystal box that is a device that energizes water or telluric cone fertilizer. Again, this is an option. My favorite is to do in presence, okay, because there are a lot of details you can learn in presence. But I can imagine it's not possible to have you all here. So you can arrange with Francesco and the opportunity, the possibility to do something together or mix it. And again, my ambition is um, to have the support from Francesco, Andy, Charlotte, and the team to expand the knowledge in English because I believe this is very important, and we want to share it, and we are really affordable, and the benefits is very powerful. Another way to learn things is to come here in Italy. So I'm opening my place, my lab, my environment that is in the Apennino Mountain between Florence and Bologna. I'm living at 1,000 meters, so I'm in a mountain area in the north of the country. And here I started 12 years ago. So you can see a lot of things. Of course, now we are in the sleeping season, but still I have watermelon. I was posting some picture this day. I have my greenhouse. All the installation are visible. I'm um, cultivating mushroom in the winter. So it's very interesting also all the mushroom cultivation, shiitake or other mushroom. I have multiple mushroom. And I can share my little lab, my devices. There are a lot of new stuff, the R&D, and of course, this is not only education, first of all, seeing things in practice, but also to understand the culture we have about slow food, about the importance of the quality food, wine, beer, cheese, olive oil, and vegetables, and even a marmalade. And we have opportunity here to visit some customer as well. So the first round, it will be very shortly. We have already a team, and we can have from 6 to 12 guests maximum. The experience, like I say, is not only a training and to see with your hands the things, because I will do a training, an intensive training, but also to understand the the what we have here. We have some really special things like energetic farming is a reality with more than 400 customers in Italy, 550 all around the world. And nearby we have a farm of 6 hectares, multi-disciplinary. So they have lavender, olive oil, cherry trees, blackberries, and different stuff. They do also some vegetables. Then we have the Rocchetta Macatei visit a museum that is a very interesting place where the electro homeopathy was invented. Is a fantastic history. We have the Parmesan, artisanal Parmesan cheesemaker in the mountain with a hyper quality of cow, hyper quality of food for them, and really fantastic cheese. And we have a chestnut sanctuary with plants between 400, 500, 600 years old. They are incredible, healing, emitting lights, emitting aura. And we have also some artisanal beer made with chestnut. So we are combining education and combining tourism, funny things, enjoying tasting food. And that's for the first time we can announce the second row dates because the first is fully booked and would be in February. Okay, next year, 13, 14, 15, 16. Usually we arrive on Friday and we work and visit things on Saturday and Sunday. We do workshop, we do visit, and Monday We take time to chat, know each other, doing other things, and come back. It's an intensive training, multiple visit like Rocket Matei, Electro Homeopathy History Museum, and depending on the availability, we can visit the farm, we can visit the cheese or the beer maker. And again, if you are interested, just contact our peers, ElectroCulture GB, and let's go. Again, when I was talking about energetic farming, I repeat, is very super important to start from the soil. So soil is the base. We need to start from the soil. We need to start from the water. We need to start with the combination of these two crucial elements. And then we go through the interview of the growers, of the farmer, of the people that are involved. We want to understand the location, the fauna, the biodiversity, the flora, the ecosystem. We do interview, we do uh, sharing, we want to understand what are the objectives of the project and how can we help. We can help in a lot of ways, but we want to align the objective with our solution to transform in reality all the process and all the future. Every location is different, so every project is customized, and this is one of the reasons we need this time, we need this questionnaire investigation, but it's so important because I believe there is no one place equal to the other, and it's so important to implement solutions that are good for you, but even good for the environment where you are working and for Mother Nature. For this reason, we have a special service so the team can guide you through and to understand if you are a private, you make only the remote analysis on Google. If you are a farmer or you have an orchard plot and you want to make the analysis of the soil, the water, to understand the state of the art, this is the other option we suggest. Again, it's not only a story, it's a true, it's a reality. We have customer now that we are certifying, we are approving their own products. We are making a very deep analysis with sensible crystallization, energetic analysis, chemical, physical, understanding the properties, antioxidant, polyphenols, whatever is inside. So important to have super nutraceutical food that is helpful for our health. So we are now in a process to start to emphasize the investment the customer have done. We have seen last time Alberto. Alberto is very committed with the pasta, with the oil. We have now, I'm in the phase to qualify a lot of new oil producer that are customer. And in the next week, the people that are coming here in Italy will taste the new oil. It's really incredible. We have honey, hazelnut honey, and coffee. So step by step, all these products, maybe they will come even in your country, I hope. So these are real example, Rio Cafe or Solaris, Risveglio, the Cabernet Cortis from Renato. Renato is a chef in the north of Italy, and he has a fantastic vineyard with straw and aromatic plants behind, flowers, enriched of a big biodiversity, all electroculture, no chemical, so really fantastic place. And this is Alberto pasta that is available now. So we've seen Alberto last time in the previous webinar. So again, you can be informed through our channels. There are Telegram channels, WhatsApp channels from ElectroCulture GB, from ElectroCultura. Of course, in ElectroCultura, we speak in Italian mainly I share sometime the the international news, and up to you to subscribe. And the news are always multiple languages, so you can go in the website in the news area, and we share every week some news like new ebooks, Italian, English, so you can understand new products approved by Electrocultura, courses online, etc. So just to recap, short recap. So you can, I suggest number one, start from the free materials. Go in the website, download all the ebooks, even if you want the Italian one. Maybe one day you can start understanding, or you can use the DeepL translator, Google Translator. But there are 15 translated in English out of 22. So still need to work a little bit. Give me some time. I will translate all in English. Then goes to the video, go to channel, start looking at the video, start there, listen the podcast, because what is in the video is different from the podcast. You can start doing some basic or advanced tutorial video online if you want. This is another funny way. You have your time, like you prefer. Or you can engage with us. ElectroCulture GB is a front end always. So start speaking with Francesco, Andy, Charlotte, and we can design the garden, your new garden, your holistic center, community garden, a plot, like we have done. We are starting to do it. So you can be part of the change in the Telegram, WhatsApp group. So make any question, interact, share with your friends. You can extend with people that are in resonance with us, or you can visit our lab. Now I'm asking Francesco, Andy, Charlotte to prepare a possible visit in your lab when it should be possible, when they feel comfortable. It would be possible to arrange a meeting there. When we have installation, we can leverage on the installation to create some events, or making some meeting at the pub like it was since the beginning. That's another opportunity. Or you can come into Italy. So November, it's done more or less. February, it's uh, it's coming. So we have 3 months ahead, even more, to create a new wave. Otherwise, last but not least, if we put together at least 20 people that can pay support the 4 basic lesson, I can do it in live. I can do probably December, January. I can start and we can do 2 hour lesson, and I can start a deeper knowledge transfer live. So you can even make a question and answer. And that's another option we can evaluate together. So for me now, I can answer any question, maybe in the chat, because while I was speaking, I haven't seen the chat, and then I would like to give some space to Andy, Francesco, and Charlotte, all the GB team, to give you some advice. So maybe Francesco, can you coordinate the chat, because I don't know if there's any question.
Yeah, we're starting to see things. At the moment, they're asking how they can get into our chats. So I see Charlotte already answered to that. And there's no other question at the moment. There is some comments about some Michelle Thomas. Uh, no, somebody asking, Amy's asking if there's anyone knows a good Italian learning app for
Bravo,
beginners.
molto bene. You start with the bad words, of course, like in every
Yeah,
language.
obviously, yes.
non fare il cattivo. And what else? I don't know if you want to add.
No, I
Otherwise,
have no
guys,
question. At the moment, there are no questions.
uh, one information. I will leave for free the three video till Sunday night. eh? So we can share it, no problem, for our audience. They will be available for free till Sunday night. Then will be private, and maybe we ask a donation because that was even to interact and sharing more stuff. But I will share it till Sunday night. So be careful. No, otherwise you support us with a little donation. Okay, so no question. If
There is a
there are
question now. There is one question now. It says, do electric poles like at Mark's place affect the electroculture installation?
translate for me because what does it mean electric poles?
Uh,
The
is-
electricity pylons, the tool.
If you have
the the master,
like una linea elettrica,
la linea elettrica, sì, sì, sì.
municipality electric line.
Yeah.
Yeah, they create electrosmog, but it's a different frequencies, not impacting the antennas, this kind of stuff. For many years, for instance, they harmonize the electromagnetic field in the area. So they have a role to distribute. uh, And that's important because in many cases, I had even experience in cereals cultivation. We improve the fertility, distributing these bad energies all around, and the cereals were growing very better and better year after year. So there is no big interaction. They do different things. But of course, we can measure the electrosmog, the impact, and when we improve the environment, we improve the plants, we improve all the system, we will be more resilient. That's a concept.
Andrea, shall I briefly show the ebook?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very proud that ElectroCulture GB is in pole position to develop new stuff, to help me to share. And then this is a living business case, a living case. Uh, so please go. You have the opportunity to see to share.
Okay,
Up to you.
here we go. So this is literally just today, an almost completion. There's 25 pages here of the story of how not only the first project that I did got started, but how really ElectroCulture GB got started. It's the first story of many. How Francesco and Charlotte and I and Andrea got together after Francesco for some 4 or 5 years here in England was really a lone voice. So I've written this story where I speak of my beginnings a little bit, but then my gardening experience, and then the meet with Francesco, which was very synchronistically created for us by Charlotte with a phone call, describing that she knew the electroculture guy in Britain. And sure enough, he was. And then, of course, we met Andrea, and we realized that here in Britain for the past 2 years, we've been creating copper spirals, wrapping them around bamboo sticks and sticking them in our gardens without any concern of south-north or the energetics that might be or not be in the soil. In fact, I was following advice that if you had an electroculture copper spiral in your soil, you need not consider fertilizer, which of course is a lie. You need to consider your energetics on so many levels, and of course the antenna I now know to be the addition of magnetism and voltage into the soil, which is, if you heard the short video I did today, electromagnetism is the stimulant for the microbiome, a very important stimulant. We as humans live inside an electromagnetic environment, and our soil largely now does not. And as a result, the polarity of our soil is now positive, largely across the board. We have 5%, 10% maximum of biome left. So, of course, this book journeys through how we raise that vibration. So it goes on, and we move into Mark's project. But I just want to take you back to the very beginning. It's just something that's been on my mind for a few weeks. A good friend of mine quoted this to me, and it got me thinking. In every case, we have a choice to make. And when we don't do anything, nothing happens. I couldn't be more literal, right? But when we do make a decision to act, and I made this decision to act a year ago almost today, I knew I was stepping into a period of my life where I now needed to act, and I had to raise my head above the parapet, as it were. And I spent the last year acting. So literally anything that I could dream possible, I made moves in my physical life to change, to make happen for me. And I came across this quote. It's by Johann Goethe. And I think it's very, very powerful. Until one is committed, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans. That the moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from decision, raising in one's favour all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no man could have ever dreamed would have come his way. Whatever you do or even dream you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. Begin it now. And really that, for me, sums up my last 12 months and the experience I've now had in learning a subject matter that I had no understanding of, yet I was drawn and fascinated to. As an ex-plumber, as someone who was drawn to working with copper, who I've thoroughly enjoyed working with copper for 12 years as a plumber. It's a phenomenal experience to work with. It's a beautiful material. And I'm very drawn to its colour, its smell, its touch. To have it in my garden, to see those beautiful lasagna layers, to have my dog Norman feel proud and wanted to be around. I'm convinced he connected to the deities, to the fairies in the garden. He would spend many, many times staring into the foliage. There's the first day of installation, putting in the telluric antenna, sighting the potatoes, Francesco with the power tower, the beautiful lasagna layer completion. The key objective was to create healthy, nutritious food, and I wanted to understand what electroculture and energetic vibrational agriculture, as I now understand it to be, actually is. The beginnings of Christoflo, his 16 patents that are still active, this wonderful concept here, the Lakovsky multi-wave oscillator. This is a picture of the machine in Andrea's property, which we will see kindly. Andrea will give us an experience. I have had two, and I look forward to many more, and bringing this machine to England with Francesco and Charlotte. My homemade fertilizer, the galvanized rods, the antennas. My garden as it grew. Beautiful green foliage. It never once had a pest problem. Absolutely stunning. The antenna with the water butts. The telluric antenna, the crocodile. The other version, bottom left, and then top left, the antenna on a galvanized pole ready to go in Italy. My home garden as it grew with an antenna that I fitted, designed to fail because it was shrouded by the umbrella of the tree. But look at the green foliage there of the potatoes coming through. That was over 80 centimeters. I can see the marker. So looking at probably a meter there in height. A quick guide on lasagna layering. The orgone pyramid charge for my seeds. Beautiful pictures there. I captured this bug. See the picture on the right-hand side under the tape measure? This bug sat on that leaf or around about that leaf for about 4 weeks. And he was absolutely beautiful. And he had a shield, like a coat of arms on his back. He wasn't nibbling, he wasn't eating. I felt like he was a protectorate of the garden. The leaves were largely untouched. And I remember seeing a caterpillar having a munch near this guy and then climbing back down the stem back onto the soil. We had no pest problems. The energy, you see there bottom left, the energy, the light spectrum as it grew, as it developed. And you can see there, can you see top right, 153 centimeters from the base of the stem to the top of the leaf of the potato plant. That particular potato plant had multiple, and I mean hundreds of tiny tubers on its roots when I brought it out. It had lots of big ones too, but there was many, many more yet to grow. So they're back in the soil. I think I harvested too early. And there's the harvest. On a beautiful day, 22nd of October. You see the bottom right picture there. Left-hand side is the experimental group. Right-hand side is the control group. The soils were completely different, and the increase in yield was 215%. The life energy on average was 8.59% compared to the 5% start. The control group still had 8% life. The nitrate levels, there's my beautiful dogs. They were there, sat there watching myself and Dean harvest. Norman and Sibby, by the way, Norman and Sibby. Nitrate levels in the middle picture there, you'll see 30, less than 30. So that was for the experimental group. On average, we had about 130, 150. The nitrate levels for the control group were 250. 250 is the top number. Anything beyond that and levels are too high. So my book reads into that detail for you. And here is the wonderful experimental life energy meter test results. Francesco and I, the other day, we were going through the detail. And this is the wonderful device that teaches us the life that resides in our soil, resides in our food. And this is how we can start to measure over time the increase. The pH, by the way, is perfect at 6.8. It started out at 6.4, and it's 6.8, which is the perfect number as far as I can figure out, and 6.95, the bottom two pictures, in the control group, so closer to 7. And of course, Andrea, I think I'll hand over to you now. What are your thoughts towards the results that you see there?
Yeah, fantastic. Stop there a second, because now there where we have the green test Eco 6. So thank you, fantastic ebook. I'm so excited. I don't want to wait to share it. It's your creature, but I'm happy that you made this fantastic baby. So compliments, you're first, but so cool. This device is very important because even today, I had my sister calling me, Andrea, I'm not sure we are eating the right salmon from the supermarket. Okay, let me check. And with this device, is only 120 bucks. You can immediately check the salmon, the meat, the fruits, the vegetables, and you can understand if your supplier is good or not. And especially on salmon, we know that if it is not wild, it's a salmon maybe from Norway, it's full of antibiotics, and you see immediately with this simple device if you are eating a right food. So it's so important that everybody with a 120 device can check the quality of the food. And when we use and when we showcase electroculture food and energetic agriculture food, of course, is free of nitrogen, is free of chemical, because this is the philosophy behind, and it's super energetic. So thank you that you have mentioned this, and we can share some more detail in our group. But this is a cool device. I really suggest to test the supplier, to test what you buy, and to select, because we need to be strong and we need to hit what is local, what is energetically perfect for us. Okay, thank you for the
Well,
for the ebook. Thank you. It's a wonderful work. Uh, Describes the journey that is important again, because if you start alone, you can make a lot of mistake, like I did at the beginning, and if you go straight with the right approach, with the right consultancy, the right tips and tricks, what you've made is not normal. To have potatoes 1 meter and 70 and 3 times more production, super quality, and so on. But we are following an approach, a line, using the right tools. Because I was supplying you the tools. Now you can make it. You can supply to your people over there. So it's
yeah.
important to help each other, but to follow the experience of the guys that have already done it many, many times. Otherwise, we do mistake. It's normal. We are human. So take us advice. We are
See,
here to support the change.
may I say one more thing?
Sure.
It was apparent to me from the word go that it was a specific protocol that you and Francesco gave me. And it isn't straightforward. It isn't easy to the uninitiated. It's full of questions. So to have a direct protocol that you told me implicitly to follow, and I followed to the best of my driven, in fact, to follow. I was so keen to get it right. I have learned. It's taken me 6 months, but I've got to a point where I feel confident that I understand. And for 2 years, or it could have lasted many more years, if I had just continued playing around at it, I would never have gotten to where I've got to now. So I can only say that you've done the hard work. We simply need to listen and follow, and it works. And it also feels extremely supportive. You guys are just instantly communicative. Andrea, in Italy, I never went 24 hours without you responding. You would respond pretty immediately. You were amazing. So it allowed us
Yeah.
to build a friendship, didn't it? And I appreciate that.
And you were so,
So
I like, because you were so thirsty of knowledge. So when I was giving you, okay, this is a book, you can read it. Okay, I
yeah, I
read
did.
it. I did.
Yeah, I did.
And you
I
found the
read, read,
answer
I read.
inside.
Yeah, I read the ElectroCulture patents in 2 days. I read Bread from Stones in a day. Schauberger, I've been reading continually throughout. I think he's very, very deep, philosophical almost. And anything else, the Nexus articles you gave me, Paramagnetism, Phil Callahan in a day, Alana Moore's book in 5 days. You just got to read these things, guys, and get stuck in. And it is so powerful. I'm obviously doing the right thing for my soul because it feels like I have to do this. And to have met you and Francesco, it's an absolute dream. I'm just all in, which we can clearly see. But we have to change the soil here in Britain, so we need more of we need more of us, don't we?
Sure. And all the learning and the experience, it's in harmony with your development, I can say. When you are
Yeah.
ready, you absorb, you take what is in resonance with you. It's very simple, because maybe you have knowledge from human stuff. You see exactly the same in plants, in the soil. so very
Yeah.
easy to understand when you want to improve. All right, let's give some space to our friends, Francesco. I would like to comment. Today was the big day. I see here there is somebody very happy with a big ball and the first man over there. So give us some comments, please, guys.
Yes, okay. Has been today was a really amazing day because it's the very first official full scope electroculture installation made in Great Britain. We started it actually 3 weeks ago when we had our opening day, and we only did 3, 4 beds, if I'm not wrong. We just done some wire just to how an installation is made. We install one of the two power tower, and we stopped there basically. We just we douse to how we the little showcase house in the that we had the kind of like an hour time to show it. Then Andy went back another time, if I'm not wrong. They kept making raised beds and keep putting down the wires to where the energy goes through. And then today, finally, excuse me, it was my day as I could go there and we did the final installation. And sorry, 1 second. Excuse me, 1 second. Sorry. And and basically, yeah, we could I could finish to put all the etheric antenna, as you could see from the photo. I did put down also a telluric antenna, which is at the moment is not anymore visible as is dug inside the ground, is buried. And I did the all connection. I closed up all the circuit. We put the batteries on each line. And then it was very interesting actually when I went to test because before this is the etheric antenna, is the first one I could connect, and it was interesting in see how the energy it was distributed in the soil. So I went dowsing again. This is some of the connection that were done. On the right hand side, you can see a battery, which I'm not gonna tell you what it is. You want to know, you you come close to us, and we will teach you. And it was interesting checking and testing the how the energy. So we have 9 raised beds, and I went on the farthest one away from the antenna. It was showing that there was a little bit energy available. And then I connected the second antenna, which is the telluric one, and actually everything is completely start to self-balance. And I retest everything again, and now all the beds they have exactly the same amount of energy available. And again, it was incredible because I went through a very long and difficult journey to get to this very point. So for me, it was really, really an immense joy to see this installation completed. Mark, which is an exceptional guy, and he has become now a friend. He's not anymore. He's not. I can't consider him a friend. A client. Sorry, he's really a friend, and he has his mind is so open and is so willing to start to seed down to put down the seeds. So actually, next week I'm going to deliver for him a very big copper pyramid. So where he will be able to start putting his all the seeds charging. He already made a big selection of seeds, and they will be charged possibly for the next 3 months, maybe 4. And yeah, basically this one is also been the first project in Great Britain. It will become the first real showcase, because what we did in Andy's house, it was a much smaller scale, and also as a someone house. You don't really want to inviting people in as a bit and invading his privacy. So basically here, what we have with Mark, which has already been agreed, it will officially become a showcase. Mark will organize, and with me and Andy and Charlotte, we will organize a visit and giving full explanation of what's going on. So I think this is going to be extremely interesting for all of you guys that are interested in making these installations. So yeah, mainly for the installation is everything.
Thank you, Francesco. My compliments
Thank you
for
very
the
much.
first large one.
Thanks, Andrea, because his support, even though I'm a part of his academy, I've done some of my exam already, but Andrea has been supporting us in absolutely incredible way. Is as Andrea said rightly, his response is I don't know. Not even my mom called me back so faster when I ask something. She normally I have to wait a few hours. With Andrea, no, straight there was always there. It's unbelievable. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you very much.
Welcome. So you are my little babies in GB.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
All
With
of you,
pleasure. With pleasure.
like little seeds in the world, and I'm proud that you are germinating well. Good,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank
Good
you. Thank you
job.
very much. Thank
You're
you very much.
welcome. I don't
And
know if
also we
there.
have, sorry, we have a very quick one. We had the last in, but not the least. We had the last member that joined us this magical trio is Charlotte. Charlotte is actually the one allowed this to happen, because she was the one that came to a talk I did a year ago, over a year ago in the pub, and once we introduced each other, but it was very brief because there were about 50 people or 40 people, so we didn't really have much time to talk. And then Andy and Charlotte, they met once, and Andy mentioned the fact about electroculture, and so Charlotte is the one that create everything, because put me and Andy in communication. But then she disappeared suddenly. That's it. She was gone, and nobody heard anything
He made the
anymore about her.
connection, but she's there. Huh?
That's
She's
it.
in, she's mute now, shy. Hey, she's appear now. Hello,
She's there.
I
She's there.
can open the
But
mic.
basically, it happened a few months ago. Me and Andy, we were really talking, because we felt, because of this synchronicity, that is an opportunity. We got in touch with her a couple of times, and then it just came out from our heart to invite her to be part of the team, because she's really an exceptional woman, and there's she and it was actually what the missing part of the team. She's unbelievable in the man. She managed to give us, especially me, some order, because I'm a very messy. I'm very messy. My mind is everywhere in a lot of things. I want to know new things, but always what I already have, I just make a pile of it. I don't really organize it properly. And instead, she's absolutely brilliant, and so I'm really thankful to her to showing up with us, because she's done really an amazing appearance. And now I think the team is completed. We have I like to create, invent, build the workshop. I like to do a lot of dowsing and so on. Andy is going energy in expressing and communicating what we are doing. And Charlotte is perfect because she organizes everything. She put order on everything. So I think we really reached the perfect team. And there was yeah, this is I wanted to say this because I'm so proud and so happy to be sharing my experience with these two great guys. Thank you, guys. You're brilliant.
So, Charlotte, if you want to close, we leave to the lady the final point.
Okay, well, I don't know where to start really. I ended up having a really long conversation with Andy one night for over an hour. And I will just say 2 hours was it? Yeah. You should see us when we're on a call. The three of us like talking. It's a nightmare. But it's all good. I'm really enjoying it. I've come from a corporate background and this is just fantastic. It's brilliant. I'm really enjoying it. It's wonderful. And I'm really pleased to be a part of it. And if we can regenerate our soil and put Mother Earth back to where she belongs, then it's win-win, right?
Yes, it is. So let's go and keep the energy up, eh? And let's make the change. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Andrea.
See
Thank
you.
you, Andrea.
See you
Thank you,
soon.
Andy. Thank you, Francesca. And thanks everyone for joining.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Charlotte, Andrea, Francesco, everybody.